What's up, guys? This is Jason from the Jason&Jabari Gaming, and today we are facing Lagacy in ranked matches. This is the day that Lagacy decided to go for Vibranium, which is the entrance into Gladiator Circuit. So the step before that is Diamond 1, and looky here, we just happened to be Diamond 2. So we're really close to getting to Diamond 1 to get to Vibranium ourselves. So we ended up running into him quite a few times during his live stream, and let me tell you, it was pretty fun. Lagacy is an extremely skilled player. He has a huge following, or by comparison, he has a huge following, and I am going to leave a link in the description to his channel, so do me a favor, go check out his channel. If you don't know who Lagacy is, he's trying to get to 100,000 subs before the end of the year, and then he's going to eat the world's hottest I think it's gummy bear. I think he's insane. I mean that in the nicest way possible, because I never do that myself, but I actually do want to see what his reaction is to that. So yeah, guys, help me help him get to 100,000 subs, and let's see him do this thing. But in the meantime, we gotta clash it out, man. We gotta go head to head. So all right, I start off with my Mephisto on defense, and he starts off with his Iron Man Infinity War. The meta is Bulwark, and that goes quite nicely with Iron Man Infinity War. So here I go for a Mega Sentinel on attack. I figured I could get the debuffs up and then drop him with the special 2 a couple times. He's rather annoying. I think that's why Lagacy picked him. As you can tell, he's getting armor ups rather frequently, and so far it's okay. I had to speed all these fights up to ×2 because we fought that many times. But there I get the special 2 going. So he's getting some incinerate damage. I have the heal block on him, so he can't heal with his willpower. He does run willpower. So I'm just at this point trying to keep the debuffs on him and keep cycling the special 2 there. We accidentally trigger the Bulwark, so that's stalling. So yeah, this is just a long fight. It's not that I can't handle the fight, it's more of a stall option, which is really smart. There again, I accidentally hit into his auto block. We take a ton of damage, and that actually ends up primarily costing us the fight there. But he used Nick Fury, so he just nuked that fight with bleed damage. All right, so unfortunately we did not get the dub on that, so we're down. So here I decided to go for Kill Baby as a defender, and he decides to select I-Bomb. Now I go with Toad because he's poison immune, and yeah, he could still hit really hard with special ones. Lagacy actually asked me how I did this fight. It's no different than I do any of my other fights. It's pretty simple, Lags. The way that you approach them is you do your medium ending combos to get the poisons on them, and then you want to throw your special ones. You can push him to a special 2, as you saw there, and it's okay. I'm taking all this block damage, but on his special 1s, as you can see, I'm passively regenning, so I'm going to heal that damage back. You can see I have 10 prowess. Every special 1 I'm throwing, I'm gaining more prowess, so essentially I'm hitting harder and harder. And that's generally the idea. So that's how you want to play these fights with Toad, primarily, Lags, and especially against a skilled champion. They have a huge chance to go into the paralytic secretions on them when they convert them over or try to get them or shrug them off. And there you can see we have 15 prowess. We actually triggered the Bulwark though because we hit so hard last time, but yeah, so pretty simple fight, pretty safe fight. My Toad is rank 4 and he is a menace. So you asked how to play those fights, that's primarily how you want to do them. But we ended up losing the first match against Lag, so we did meet up for, I'd say, at least an hour or so. And looky, your boy is Diamond 1. So much like Goku in a new transformation, we gotta immediately go at Lags' neck here. We gotta be like, yo, look, it's time for a rematch, man. No, honestly, I had no idea. His matchmaking was super random, but we ended up running into him again. And I think Lagacy only has like a couple more wins before he's in Vibranium. And my job is to stop him. My job is to stop him from achieving that goal. And hopefully in the process, I achieve that goal, right? So here we're doing our picks and bans phase. I forgot to ban his penny. That was a huge mistake. And the reason I did is because the last thing I'm thinking is, dude, I dropped his I-bomb, but it took forever. And that was a chunky monkey. Like, dude, that can't happen because he keeps getting all these stall options. So I immediately picked his I-bomb, forgetting completely about his penny. And I was like, oh crap. As soon as I saw penny, I knew it was going to be a problem. So yeah. And of course we don't get our penny. No, that's not how that works. So we both go for Nick Fury here. He did get his Archangel, which is unfortunate. And I decided, you know, Hercules technically can do this fight. So we're going to try it. There, I don't know what happened. I guess I missed the parry, and then I ended up taking that combo. So not off to a great start. I'm trying to do, you know, draft backs to expedite gaining feats of strength. We're doing decently at the moment, but you know, it's always risky. So there we're up to 7. There we accidentally did not get him over to the second bar, but there we did. So now we're up to 9 feats of strength. We're down to 45 seconds essentially. He throws a special one. Of course, he's unblockable. And there, I don't know what happened. I hit him, I connect, and then he starts blocking. So then I'm taking block damage, of course, from the explosive personality. And it's just not going great now at this point. Then we miss an intercept. There we get hit again, and I'm just like, okay, this is crap. So there we're unblockable in our immortality phase. And of course, he was already done in 65 seconds. So yeah, we started off pretty decently, but then the finish was just, it was absolutely atrocious. But sometimes that happens. So here, guys, we could go with our Hulkling for attack, but we ultimately decide to go for Hitmonkey. Reason being, nuke or hood, I should say, is a nuke option. So I knew that fight wasn't going to be very long. Now Hitmonkey actually does work for Penny, but it is a risky fight. With the disorients, you can prevent her sometimes from doing her little auto block, but here was a good example of sometimes it does not work, and we're taking all that damage back. And Hitmonkey, he's a glass cannon. He hits really hard, but he has a very low health pool. So all that damage started adding up. She kept auto blocking us, and then we get wrecked. We got wrecked. So not a good look. That's like 2-0 for lags on us, and I'm like, oh my god, like I'm a way better player than what I'm playing right now. So I was like, all right, well, chances are lags is not finished yet. So I immediately hit the request button again, hoping I could show up to see him again, and lo and behold, boom, he's right there. So I'm like, all right, cool, redemption time. We got to at least get one off. We got to get a dub here, because we're looking like a scrub. He's 2-0'd us twice, and that's just not how we do things, right? So we actually ended up picking much of the same picks a lot, and this time notice that I did get his penny. Notice I did ban his penny this time. So that was good. We ended up going for our Toad and our Ham here. I would have to go back to really think why I'm picking who I'm picking. I mean, most of the time I'm picking counters and viable options for either attack and defense. So that's normally how I do things. So that I'm just gonna assume that obviously the mentality was the same. Obviously, as Lagacy said in his live stream, you know, it's kind of like a chess match. You kind of want to outthink your opponent, be a couple steps ahead. So if you choose initially a defender and they choose a specific counter for that, then you want to throw them on attack at them if they are a viable option, or at least a decent option. So that's why I went with Domino versus Hulkling. She originally was for defense because of all the shenanigans she causes, but then he probably never expected me to use her on attack against Hulkling, so he probably couldn't have factored that in or calculated that in his mind. So yeah, this wasn't the safest fight, but if you know how to fight Hulkling, which I'm getting pretty good at, then he's not that hard to fight actually. So the only thing about this fight was that I kept triggering the bulwark because we kept hitting too hard. So that was the only problem with this fight. Otherwise we would have dropped this fight. I would say the bulwark, like, you see it triggering every like few seconds here. Well, that's, I mean, because the time speed is up, but he was triggering it quite frequently. So I would at least argue that he got an additional 30 seconds on his life duration, and that's probably being generous, to be honest. So yeah, we're crit felling some of his buffs, and maybe we're crit felling his indestructible, but yeah, we ended up winning that fight because he took it with his what do you call it, Dr. Doom, and he didn't do so well. So we ended up getting the dub there. That was good, and now all we got to do is close this one out. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty confident in this matchup here. I don't see an option that he has really good for a Mega Sentinel. I-Bomb does work, but it's still a risky fight. I absolutely knew I could do this fight faster because the playstyle that you have to do against a Mega Sentinel, it slows you down. So yeah, I already knew as soon as I get an acid burn on this dude, I will get him in a rotation and this dude was going to be wasted. So yeah, we do have to play a little safe and careful. That's why I kind of backed off on some of my combos and things like that. There we finally get to the special 2, we release it. I do allow my opponents to hit on my block a lot because they acquire those weaknesses which start to tickle after a while. So now, as you can see, we're getting him in a nice little cycle, nice little rotation. He throws his last special 2, he gets into acid burn, we throw the special 1, and that's GG's. All right, so we're done. He's still fighting. I'm feeling great about that, and we finally got a 2-0 against him. So now I'm like, all right, cool. Now we got to go back in again because, you know, he's up 2-1 technically for the day. So I'm like, all right, man, let me hurry up and hit the button again. Let me see if he does, and he did. So at this point, I think it's like having 2 warriors going against each other, cyclically linked. They just know, like, okay, we're going again. We're going again. You know, that's how I felt. Like, I don't know if he felt that way, but I absolutely know that's how I was feeling. Like, all right, he's probably going to want revenge now. So let's go ahead and let's get another match in. You know, so that's where I was at. And I don't know if he was there, but again, it was really, really fun. And I just knew, like, hey, I'm going to show everybody that, you know, I can hang with some of these guys because a lot of people honestly don't know my skill level and they don't really know, you know, who I actually am. So, but Lagacy, like I said, a lot of people know him, his title, his name, his skill level, and all the nine. So they know he is one of the top players in the world. So I wanted to show that I could hang with the top player. So, all right. He goes for his Hulkling here, and I actually went Ebony Maw. Now, the reason I went Ebony Maw, actually he can work here, is just my Mystic Dispersion shot out of control, which is a calculated risk. I knew that going in, but it just did not work out. It kept pushing me to my special 3. I didn't want the special 3 because the special 2 does all the degen. So I did the special 1 there because I was scared that I was going to get pushed to a special 3. So after that, I go in to punish his special, and I get pushed to a special 3. As you saw, I was at a special 2 waiting for it, and yeah, get pushed to a special 3. So that shaved off a significant amount of time. But you see how much damage the special 2 is doing on him because of that, all the degen. That was the idea. And I've actually done this fight with Maul and it's worked out. I've also done it with Diablo and it almost worked out. It didn't work out real great with Diablo, but we have that degen damage that we can do to him, so that definitely helps. But unfortunately, due to too many special threes, we wasted so much time that yeah, he ended up killing it with his weapon flex there. So yeah, that was really good of Lags. I figured he was going to do it faster if I couldn't get that rotation down. If I could get that rotation down, actually, there's an argument that I could be a little faster there. But it doesn't matter because it didn't happen. So there I go, Omega Sentinel, and he goes Man Thing. This is extremely risky with Hyperion, but it could be rewarding. The idea here is to spam your special one. I wanted to build up a couple Furies and then get the special one train going, but he does run 5 out of 5 MD, I believe, or at least it appears that he does. And yeah, our Furies fall off. We're not getting real lucky with the RNG there. We're getting a couple of Incinerates here and there, but he's just not going down fast. Lags, I don't know. He's giving his boys steroids, man. They are tanky, beefy boys. I don't know what he feeds them, but man, I'm thinking to myself, golly, this dude should already be dropped, and he's absolutely not. So here we accidentally pushed him to a special 3 because I guess his pustules came off of us, which feeds his MD. So that was quite unfortunate, and I'm just trying to go ham on him, and I'm just like, dude, come on, die. 10 seconds, you know. I'm throwing everything I got at him. I'm burning him, and yeah, he withstood that, and Lags ended up getting the dub there, man. So Lags is up 3-1, and guess what? I hit that button again, and so does Lags. So again, I can't help but believe that we're both like, yo, we're just gonna go at it, because we both want Vibranium. We're both huge competitors, and we want to win. So I'm like, okay, well, fine, you got me, but now it's my turn. So let me get back out there. Let me show these people what I can do again. So we go for the same bands at this point. I think once you face a person a certain amount of times, you pretty well know what bands you want to do, and I think pretty consistently we've been doing the same bands here. So yeah, he is grabbing his Hyperion there. I grab my Hulkling. I think I grabbed my Hulkling and my Omega Sentinel almost every single time, as well as him. I think we actually both ended up grabbing some of the same champions almost, if not every single fight. Let me know in the comments below if we did. I don't really want to go back and rewatch them all, but I'm seeing like the same lineup right now from his end and mine pretty much. Mine is like a champion or two. So yeah. So he throws his Hyperion, and I'm gonna go Domino. And he throws his I-Bomb at my Omega Sentinel. So again, he's done that fight once before, and he ended up losing it. So now we go with Domino. I don't know why I skipped that. That's weird. But yeah, so the danger with Hype, as we all know, is that he might get pushed to a special 3 due to his power gain. But Domino does have a chance to crit fail, which she's been doing here. I think that was about the 3rd time she did it, and we're not losing any damage really. We're doing really well right now. We're countering his special 1s and his special 2s, but again, he's like a beef stick, man. It's like I'm thinking to myself, like, Jesus Christ, do you die? And it's like this is taking forever. We're down to 40 seconds and we're still in the fight, and like we're critting and everything. He's bleeding it, but he still won't just go down. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, we're down to 19 seconds. I gotta hurry. All right, fine. He goes down. We actually end up getting the dub. We only lost 0.3 health on that one, and he I guess he ended up screwing up his fight once again. So that was cool. We got the dub right there. So now we just gotta close it out once again. Sound familiar? You gotta close it on out. So he throws his Omega Sentinel, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, well then I'll throw Hyperion this time. It's like we're doing a reverse of each other. It's so funny because I just did
my Omega Sentinel, and he just did his hype. And now it's like, well, fine, I'll do my hype. And then he's like, well, fine, I'll do my Omega Sentinel. And I'm using I-Bomb when he just used I-Bomb. I mean, it's just funny to me. I don't know. It's just pretty funny. But yeah, so it's my turn. It's like, all right, well, let me see. I guess Lags tried this, so let me try it. And yeah. So the idea with this fight is you want to alternate your combos. That way she doesn't build up her shield. That way she won't auto block you. Obviously, I'm not doing a great job at it. I think also when you parry her, something like that, someone else was saying something that has a chance that when she hits you on the block to gain more. And I think that was the only reason why she started gaining them on me, was because I was parrying so much, or reparrying. I can't remember, because it's going too fast. But yeah, so we were doing a decent job, but now things are starting to fall apart. You honestly want to push her to a special 1, because if you don't dex her special 2, you're going to get all this incinerate on you. And if you're a mutant, which I was one time, not against Lags, then she will absolutely drop you really, really fast. And there's nothing you can do about it. So he ends up getting the dub there. So we're 1-1. I did successfully bait out his hood. That is primarily also another reason why I threw out Hyperion, because he would have nuked my Hulkling, and I didn't want that. So now he's throwing out his man thing, and I'm going to throw out my Toad. And I'm thinking to myself, please don't be like I-Bomb, where you're going to take forever. I knew this fight was going to take a little while, but he actually is not poison immune, and he will start taking all this damage once I ramp up. So again, the idea is to throw the special 1s. Toad really doesn't gain buffs like that, so he's much like Red Hulk or something like that if I use dexterity, but that's it. My other buffs are passive, so they don't feed his Mystic Dispersion or anything. So yeah, we're down to almost a minute. We have 9 prowess, and he's almost at half his health, so we're on pace right now. He's throwing a lot of special 1s. We keep pushing him close to a special 3, but so far we haven't got there. There we backed off before we threw our special 1 just in case. He's starting to cooperate with the special 2s. Now we get him passively stunned because we had enough of our poisons on him. And yeah, man, he's almost down, and then we absolutely dropped that dude. Full yellow bar. So yeah, that is definitely how you want to play Toad. This was very, very fun. Final score was 3-2, but we end up taking another dub against Lags. Lags, thank you for the fun and awesome match, my brother. And I hope to see you again real, real soon. Peace.